We've analyzed many shows and movies in this channel trying to find the truth behind their sweet and inoffensive facade. And to be honest, we never get tired of it. Today, we've discovered the truth hidden behind the Disney movie Lilo and Stitch. This movie premiered in 2002, but it's a beloved classic even to this day, and the proof of that are the many creepy stories we've found about it around the internet. Among all of them, one in particular really caught our attention. Do you want to hear it? As many of you may know, in this movie, Lilo is a little Hawaiian girl who feels very lonely. She only has her older sister Nanny, who works very hard to take care of her and hold her family together. So they decide to adopt a pretty strange dog. They think that doing so will help little Lilo stop feeling so lonely. The pet ultimately ends up being the product of an alien experiment. Stitch, which is the name Lilo gave him, escaped from his home planet and landed on Earth by accident. Lilo is a very kind and loving girl who ends up winning over the heart of her strange pet, and they both form something that they didn't have before: a loving home. This story has touched the hearts of many people TikTakers. But as we like to do, we'll be ruining the party a little bit by telling you the truth behind this sweet tale. According to the theories we found on the internet, it is likely that Stitch actually has ulterior motives. He accepts Lilo's affections and pretends to love her only to gradually earn her trust and then take action. 13 days after the adoption, Stitch basically became Lilo's ideal companion. He would go everywhere with her, they would play together, and would share a lot of love with each other. However, after those days of joy were over, everything changed. One night, Stitch transformed into a completely different creature. He went from a small, canine-looking alien to a huge monster with dark fur and 3 heads. In his new form, Stitch went looking for the two sisters. Something horrible was about to happen. Lilo's sister, Nanny, was in such a deep sleep that when the monster got into her room, she didn't notice at all. Thus, she couldn't react when Stitch went in for the kill. The monster crushed her throat with his claws as he also suffocated her with her own pillow. And thus, barely making any noise, Stitch had his first victim. However, Lilo was a light sleeper, and the sound of the steps through the house hall jolted her awake. She got out of bed and opened her bedroom's door to see what was happening. And in that moment, she saw a strange creature in the middle of the hall, looking at her with an expression of pure fury. And the worst part? That creature was dragging her sister's dead body behind him. Nanny's pajama was soaked in blood. It seems the monster didn't have enough just killing her. On Nanny's neck, Lilo could also see what seemed to be claw marks. At first, the little one was petrified in horror, but she soon reacted and her mind started racing about what to do. She decided to rush back to her bedroom. The door was just behind her, so she had time to get in and lock the door. Once inside, she quickly got on a chair to escape through her window. Lilo had already done this many times before when playing with her sister. Her room led to a small yard, and she could escape to the street through there. Lilo had never done that with Stitch, so maybe that's what saved her life. She managed to get out and started to scream as if she was possessed. A neighbor helped her and called the police. When they arrived, they saw Nanny's blood-covered corpse inside the house, but there was no sign of the alien monster. Stitch had escaped. Lilo ended up completely traumatized and she had to be interned into a psychiatric center. But unfortunately, she could never recover. In another version of the story, Stitch manages to kill both sisters. But ultimately, they both differ a lot from Disney's sweet version of the story. Which version do you prefer, TikTakers? Will any of you still see Stitch as an inoffensive companion? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!